Thank you for your humanity. What you did overshadowed everything imaginable. We, my country, were quickly sliding down towards being extinct. So I bring enormous gratitude from every single citizen of Botswana, past, present, and future, for you have assured us of survival.
The faces that we used to see 20 years ago were gaunt, eyes cast down, hunched people, people hiding in the shadows. That was the face of HIV. It was a sense of helplessness. You didn't know what you could do.
In 1998, then UN Secretary General Kofi Annan put a challenge out and a call for help to the private sector around the world to say that someone needs to step up and take a leadership position and focus on the devastation that's happening in sub-Saharan Africa with HIV and AIDS. Generations are going to be lost. Fortunately, Bristol-Myers Squibb, being the leaders that they are, took that responsibility and stepped up with the world's largest private commitment for HIV at the time, $100 million. It was before the Gates Foundation, it was before the Global Fund, it was before PEPFAR. So there was no blueprint that we were going to follow, we were going to have to create one, but it set us on the road and Secure the Future was born.
HIV had a sense of urgency. People were dying. The challenges were huge. It became a social issue. It became a community issue. So for us to fight and fight well, to win in HIV, we needed to get the communities involved, from traditional leaders to faith-based organizations to traditional healers.
What Secure the Future has brought is very strongly community-embedded action, and has brought together people who would not have worked together, from academic institutions to community activists to groups of people living with HIV.
It's all about partnership. We went forward, we had successes, but we learned from everything we did, and we're able to continue to change and evolve and to build those partnerships to be able to move this program forward.
It's amazing. It's like somebody, some power out there has extended a hand and fished us out from drowning. It's really amazing. Lives are being saved every single day. And I think we have a future to look forward to.
As we engaged, we started to see hope. People living with HIV/AIDS, people affected with HIV/AIDS, as we all were basically now standing up and saying, we can do this. We can fight this.
So what was $100 million in 1999 is now $250 million. And what was 5 original countries has now reached over 22 countries. If anything, Secure the Future did 2 things. It set the bar, and it also put HIV and AIDS on the front page of the Wall Street Journal. So I think people started to pay attention to the epidemic in Africa. They actually started to wake up to the statistics, which were unbearable. We saw that as people were living longer with the virus and they weren't dying from the virus, people were starting to die more from non-communicable diseases as they lived longer. They were dying from hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and for cancer. So it gave us the opportunity to think about, what is our role going forward in sub-Saharan Africa? We should really think about how we can leverage 18 years of lessons, experiences, relationships, and trust, and to see if we can turn Secure the Future into a program where cancer is the entry point.
It's like we're going back, but we're going back with the wisdom of what we had learned in the fight against HIV.
This is a phenomenal success story, public health success story. I mean, if we can treat HIV/AIDS in Africa, we certainly should be able to treat cancer.
It's a wonderful story. It's a story of courage. It's a story of hope. It is a story of triumph, of commitment. You know, when Secure the Future was launched, it was only supposed to be there for 5 years. And today, we're talking 20 years.
For the Bristol-Myers Squibb Company, its North Star has always been the faces of the patients that it looks to serve. And it's no different for the Bristol-Myers Squibb Foundation and Secure the Future. Over 20 years, regardless of the obstacles or the troubles we've had, our North Star has always been the faces of the patients and those individuals in sub-Saharan Africa that we have been honored to serve.